Welcome back again. This is Fox, the next instalment in our Anno 1800 playthrough. Today we are going to deal with the Arctic. I've got to a stage in my playthrough where I need the gas specifically for this island in the old world, which is going to be making us cognac. There's a lot of mines in here. I could have used the mines to produce the oil and use oil power plants like I did in my last... Well, I have done on every other island up until now, but I wanted to cram as many cognac, artisan workshop cognac on this island as possible. So, me having these trade unions dotted around these mines would limit a tiny little corridor down here to what we could actually fit the workshops in. So, for me, gas is a much better option for this island. I always planned on using it a little bit. I may trade it, but yeah, I've got 3 gas power plants on this island. I need the gas to get this up and running, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to work through the Arctic quest line. Yeah, about an hour it should take me to get the hangar up and running. After that, I'll probably do another video or 2 showing you how I'll set up one of the plateaus to get the gas. But yeah, for now, we're just going to work through the quest line. Read Sir John's logbook. Made camp on King William Island. It shall shelter us for the winter. January 3rd, 1848. Met a group of Inuit to the northwest. They were reluctant at first, but later approached us to trade for iron. They offered us dead seals, which of course we civilly declined, having enough fine canned food aboard Styx and Hades to last a lifetime. But instead, they may know of a route to the Northwest Passage. March 11th, 1848. The Inuit led us to a channel heading deeper into the ice. Inuit looked worried, but our instruments report freeze is thinning by the day. Time for our mighty icebreakers to prove their prowess. Soon we shall be the first to cut the miracle shipping canal bridging east and west. We set out tomorrow. Excellent. Find the Inuit by studying John's log. Here's the Inuit. So, build a canteen, build 6 explorer shelters. Right, pemmican we can't blueprint till 100. We're going to want all of these to be pemmican because it's very, very useful. Heater's going to want to be quite low so we can get it to actually touch the pemmican. I have set a trade route up already, bringing in some coal, some brass and some schnapps. So when that arrives we will be good. I am using the Wii mod again for building materials just while we're doing this, so same procedure, just saves me shipping, wasting time shipping building materials back and forwards. As soon as we get unlock conditions, need 1 airship and stuff before we can buy stuff from there, because there's some really useful items in there. You can extend the range of heaters and stuff like that. So find the Inuit by studying John's log. Okay, right. Ooh. Build 1 charcoal kiln. Roger. Snake this path all the way around the edge. Looks like the ship already came. With the coal and the brass and the schnapps. Sustain heat for a minute. We're at 100% of heat supply for 23 seconds.
This city is a magnet for genius.
Follow the Inuit boat.
Orders?
This takes us down here, around here, up here, to here. It will eventually, anyway. Just trying to get to the 100 explorers so we can get the pemmican going.
It's the Arctic.
Build a lumberjack's hut and a sawmill. I will do that, but I will delete it. Because I'm using the mod for the building materials. Follow the Inuit boat. I'm ahead of it.
Nothing short of a
Ice has closed the way forward to the place they took their boats.
The Hades and Styx came this way. If it takes our last breath, we must find them. Here's something more. It'll take our best efforts to clear that frozen channel.
Thank you.
We pick up our crumbs and
Sustain
prepare
80%
special
pemmican
ones for
across the region. So pemmican needs whaling station to produce the oil, caribou hunting cabin, and a pemmican cookhouse. So easy peasy. Now, do these need heat? I can never remember.
You might want to look away for a moment.
I think they do.
It's Arctic.
As soon as this gets the coal from the warehouse, this will get its heat and then it will start working. The ratio is 1, 1 and 1, I believe, so a minute, and a minute, unboosted. It's just a waiting game now, really. Let's send a ship over. I know for a fact we are going to need limestone to build the blimp hangar, airship hangar. I also know we're going to need steam motors and sails. So, send this over to King William Sound, ready and waiting.
You gained an influence bonus.
We will be producing 1 ton a minute when the Caribbean meat comes in. Let's expand.
Perhaps Sir John's map were inaccurate.
Please.
Okay, pemmican supplied sustained number is going up. It should go up to 100%. So one of these can supply quite a few houses. Maybe 6-7 times what we've got here.
You reached a new milestone.
Sleeping bag factory. Right, let's need to settle another island to make the sleeping bags because we need the seal things. What are they called? Sealskin. Sealskins and goose feathers. Goose feathers we can make anywhere, I believe. Pretty sure they can be made anywhere.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Sustain across the region, 80% lamps. So now we need to increase the number of explorers to 500.
How thrilling! A renowned personage has arrived.
If we'd gotten there just 1 minute later.
Don't like wasting space, but it is what it is.
If I'm sending mother and father. Oh, wonderful. I will make you proud as well.
soon as they give you the chance to have the ranger station, you start getting people ill. The moment it becomes available. It's a neat mechanic, but right, let's load up some timber, steel. I mean, we get free workforce on these islands before you need to supply them with goods anyway. I think you can have 9 houses or 10 houses, so we can plop a little cluster of them down here. We will set 1 charcoal kiln. Because we are going to want a heater. Don't want to be shipping one tiny amount of coal around just for this one heater. So the ratio is 1 to 1. Charcoal kilns produce coal at a rate of 1 every 30 seconds, and the heaters use 1 at 30 seconds. So.
I never imagined I could be colder than that.
Oh, it's 100 explorers, and these without any pemmican.
This is nothing short
Not too
of
sure.
a major discovery.
It's 7 with pemmican. So it's 4 explorers just with a 4 explorers per house, just with a canteen. And you can get to, what did I say it was? It's 100 before they need the pemmican. So we can have like 20 houses or so before we have to worry about the need for pemmican. And that should give us the workforce we need for seal hunting ducks. Let's bring in a ship that we're not really using, an old container ship to the Arctic. This can be the ship that ferries the sealskins back to King William Sound. So, lamp oil. As soon as these clear up this illness, we should be somewhere there. Pemmican is still good. It needs 8 coal a minute for this one island. When they produce at 30, yeah, that's right, isn't it? Every 30 seconds I need one. That's 4. 8.
New orders. presence of a virtuoso.
So we're just making use of, it's not free workforce, but all they need is a canteen and heat before they need any food. So we're going to push the threshold up to just below the 100 so that they can live happily over there. You need heat. That's why you're not working. I did not realise this. Can we sneak you in there? Yeah. This one is working. Let's plop another one up here. These are like fire stations and police stations and hospitals all in one, these ranger stations. So, we can produce our oil lamps now. All they need is whale oil and brass. I'm going to have to up the whale oil. That's why we blueprinted these ready to go. The reason I left this little section on the side is so I can get the whale oil straight from the whaling station, so I don't have to go to a depot. There's enough room to fit another one there. Another pemmican cookhouse there as well if we need. Pemmican's still good. That will be plenty of oil for what we need.
Hold the crane. The ice is as old as time. More stubborn than I ever believed.
Make way! Coming through!
Never actually sat and looked at these.
This is nothing short of a major discovery.
So we're making lamps.
Oh, I'm glad of the heaters.
The need for them. We need to up the amount of people, that's why. They don't actually need them yet, but we are making them.
Your ship has returned.
There
from
we
its
go.
voyage.
So the need, this 80% of oil lamp supply is going to shoot up. And then once it gets to 80, we just got to wait for 1 minute. Then I believe we will start. She will ask us to go and blow this ice up. Right, you. The trade route needs to be Fort Snowshoe to load sealskins. Sleeping bag factory. We'll do the goose feather place up here out of the way. Actually, we're going to want the heat from this to channel out further this way, so our ice breachers are ready, yes. Delivers to the blockade ice breaching brigade.
Hold the crane.
So what's the ratio for the sleeping bag factory? 2 minutes, 30 seconds, and a minute. So we need 2 of the goose feather things. So they'll be producing at a minute. This takes a minute. Sea lens and docks, we're going to be well up on them. On the seal skins.
Brigade, ready the charges.
Oh, do I have to actually click something? Yes. First time I played this DLC, I absolutely loved it. And I know a lot of people don't enjoy it. I think it's probably one of my favourite quest lines to do. Just the difference of it compared to the original storyline was just... I thought it was really, really clever. I still enjoy it. Bearing in mind I've only probably done it 3 or 4 times because my game sessions last such a long amount of time because I play for max population. It's probably only the 4th time I've ever done this.
Must have been really stubborn to venture up there. How far did they really expect to take those What does it take for a captain to abandon his ship? No ship, even an icebreaker, can carry us from here.
You need a blooming airship.
You need a blooming airship, we do.
What do you mean? Borrow mine? Get out of it. Why not build your own airships? You want to employ a lot of fuss-pot stokes to work here.
I have no idea how expensive that will be, but here...
More than 100,000, I would think. So, we need to attract 1 technician. Build an airship hangar. Don't know whether the airship hangar actually needs heat. Can't remember. About to find out. I don't think it does.
Yes, I'm a Zeppelin technician.
So this needs timber, 100 technicians, and the cement. We already bought the cement over. So we just need 100 technicians.
Is there something wrong with the way I'm doing things?
No. Sleeping bags coming in yet? Yep. Goose feathers. Take a long time to warm up because they take 2 minutes to do the cycle. Takes them ages to get to 100% efficiency. So yes, we need 100 technicians. Sleeping bags are coming in. Parkers I never bother with because I get the extra heat from the schnapps. I never bother with coffee. You can satisfy their heat needs easily with sleeping bags and schnapps. Personally, that's what I do. So, technicians, we can fit 20 in here. We need to squeeze a post office in here. How big is a post office? Small. So we'll sacrifice them. This increases the number of technicians by a lot. It's like 3. 3 for the schnapps, 3 for the pemmican. Canned food we've got coming in on a constant stream by the trade route that I set up. The trade route I set up to bring a lot of coal, schnapps, canned food and brass. Let's see how long it's taking for that to do its trip. That was the wrong button. So it's every 11 minutes. We're using 8 tons of coal a minute at the minute. So that'd be 88 tons. And I reserved on the ship the storage for 150, so we can almost double we can double this population. Right. Let's get going. Missing heat. I knew it. It also needs a warehouse quite close. So that's 10, so that'll be 110 tons of coal every time the ship drops off because of the time it's taking for it to do it. So as we get to the threshold, I shall leave this ship just doing the schnapps, canned food and brass, and then I'll dedicate another ship just to bring coal in. But for now, it's just a waiting game.
I'm warm enough.
Canned food doesn't unlock till 300 technicians. They now have the need for the post office. This should send us up to the 300. I would have thought just these few, but just for safe measure, we'll do that. Huskies, I'm not going to give them till I come back and totally populate the whole Arctic. When I've done the Arctic in my last game, the Scholar run through, I managed to get, I think it was just shy of 60k. It doesn't sound like a lot, but that was every island full with houses. Obviously, the production that needs to supply them. All of the plateaus were filled by houses in and amongst the gas stations, whatever they're called. I forget the name.
This is nothing
Gas mine.
of a major discovery. This is the Research Institute. We can
Well, that's going to take 10 minutes. Is there anything we can do in the meantime? There is. I'm going to quickly nip over here.
Hold the crane.
This is the island I've been working on making cognac. This is the exact amount and number of buildings I need to make the cognac, so I need to just fill in this bit here. What were these 3 empty exhibition slots for? I obviously had something in mind. I think it might be icebound. I think it was icebound.
Collier reporting in.
Let's fill in the rest of this with grape farms because this is dead space. We might as well utilise it. So we're going to use a ferrous, a drill, a plough, and the metal winning producer, which I need another one of. So we'll go and get one of them.
Look sharp, the governor's
This is going to pick up the fuel from there.
I'm always tired. I'll do. A farm?
They're not going to get fuel actually doing it like that, are they? Now they are.
This city is a magnet for genius.
Still 4 more minutes. Should have time to finish this before it's ready. These can send the grapes straight into these then, so it's very good, very handy. This is nowhere near enough grapes that we have, that we need, but I've got plans for that. At the minute I'm making a lot of them. Well, I'm making 120 tons in the new world, but I think I'm going to make a good chunk of them on crownfuls via bread. Sounds a bit crazy, but we've been looking into it and it's pretty OP. All you need is grain and we can trade for that. It's just a matter of splitting the amount of grain that we need over a lot of islands because it needs an awful lot. And then we'll be dumping the bread or trading it for something else. I think, anyway. Hopefully this is enough. There's damn it. So we need one more metal winding producer. That should be producing me about 120 tons, I bet. 95. It's going to jump up. It'll probably be about 105. It's not bad in total. I can't remember what I need. It's about 600 tons of grapes, I think. So the sixth of what we need is being made on there. The rest will either be the new world, as I said, or made by bakeries.
Expensive, yes. But with airships,
Concrete and steel we have because I'm using that mod, so we've got enough technicians. Let them get on with it. Let's go back. You want to see something scary? You want to see how many artisans this needs to run all of these? 46,000, I think it is. Jesus. We need to start blueprinting some... we can do that while we wait for the hangar to finish. We need to start blueprinting some town halls about generating the workforce and seeing what our limit is. I mean, we're going to be good. We can generate about 5,000 from this one island, so we should have way more than enough for what we need. Not dead space, we can have a museum or a shopping arcade or something in there. 4 more minutes. This is not ideal. This bit. It's this one pushing everything out, but it's not too bad. Bit of dead space there, but that's going to have a mine, and we can put our warehouse and fire stations and stuff there. A little bit of dead space here. The rest is pretty good, actually. This is where we can have the quartz mine and the glass. The sheep farms can go here or here. Yeah, that's pretty good. So if we connect all these up now, this, what are we on? Well, we'll see how much workforce this generates us. Done. 6,500. So the 6 big islands are going to generate me enough workforce for the cognac, and that's literally all we need over here. I mean, the farmers we're going to need for the cherry wood and stuff like that, but...
What I wouldn't give to get out of my... How did you manage to wriggle out of it?
Ooh, so close. Final phase. This needs windows, motors and sails. The motors and sails should be here, because I sent them over. Obviously I didn't.
Fleet awaiting orders.
Motors and sails. I swear I thought I'd sent them over.
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
How weird. Do we have enough technicians? No, we need 750, so we can work on that. Too many.
Just about keeping the wolf from the door.
920.
I warm by the stove after a long day.
20 per house. And we've got 42 houses. There's 840, so that'll be plenty. So Huskies is the only meme really when you're supplying these for max pup, because they need Husky sled production things, the Huskies, and then the one that make the Husky sleds. Coffee I'll never really bother with, as I say. I don't think that does anything apart from heat, I'm pretty sure. These gold mines, they're a bit of a meme, these gold mines. When they brought the DLC out, they sold it that they said they worded it like they run deeper and produce at a faster rate than the ones in the New World, but the ones in the New World you can boost. These ones you can't, so sort of catch-22. Plus they use an awful lot of technicians to run them. I believe it's 100 and some stupid technicians to run the mine. It's a lot. So this produces gold ore at 1 every minute. And in the old world, New World, it's produced every 2 minutes 30, so it's wow. But you can get a mine to more than, can you get a mine to more than 230%? Yeah, because you use mouching. Use a Malchin 70, Ferras 50,
Your ship has returned from
and a
its
Seppa
voyage.
50. So that's 70, 100. You can get them to 270. So yeah, boosted gold mines in the New World produce more than what you can get them to in the Arctic. So pretty pointless, really.
Cargo stations.
Still waiting for the technicians. Oh, it's 20 in total. It's a maximum of 20. So we are going to need more.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Pemmican's still good. Lamps are still good. Sleeping bags are still good. Schnapps is coming in. Coal's only 10 still. So, we should soon be there. Right, is that enough for us to get going? Very, very nearly. Where are we at? 50 minutes, yeah. So we should have time. If this takes 10 minutes, we should have time to build our first airship, and then we'll call it a day. And then we will up production so we can supply the amount of technicians we're going to need to put on one of the plateaus. In the next video, we'll build up a plateau. Probably do one of the more simple ones to start with. This one's a pain. This one's the easiest one, so we'll probably do this because everything's nice and close. We will be using the wiki. I'll just get this up quick. We'll be using the Anno 1800 wiki. If you go to the Anno 1800 wiki, if you search clipping, some very nice person has posted screenshots of the Arctic plateaus for us. which shows every single island and how you can clip them. Left glacier. So yeah, we'll just copy this so we can clip as many of the Arctic gas plateaus as we can, because we love clipping. That's what we do. So we can get the maximum amount of gas possible out of those gas mines. I needed 400, but we needed 750 to get it going. 10 minutes. Let's see what Nate's got for us.
So cold, you can hear their bones starting to creak.
Still need an airship. While we're waiting for that, I'm just going to check the delivery rates for these islands. I've been fiddling with these to make sure they're only picking up and dropping off the right amount. So, lacquer. Lacquer is stable. 2708, 2698, 2708, 2713, 2716. That is pretty much bang on the money. Toys. Toys are stable. Billiard tables are up by 1. Violins are up by 6. So we can change that. Turn the violins down to, we'll try 18. Celluloid is up by 1, that's fine. Chewing gum we're not producing yet. Cognac. Cognac. That wasn't on that same trade route, was it? No. There must be a ship delivering cognac to this island. Cognac. It's dropping off nearly full loads, but the stock's going down over time. Let's just check that, because it may be false. No, it's definitely going down. So maybe it's because we need to up production over here. All islands. Cognac. Oh yeah, we're producing just the right amount. We need to increase that. So grapes, cherry wood. Should be a lot of cherry wood being sent here. This island needs 94. We've got a little island here making cherry wood. This is producing us 105, so we're about on the limit of what cognac we can produce over here. But we will be shipping this to the old world on the island that you just seen me working on a minute ago. This and the cherry wood is going on all of these little islands around here. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should be able to make roughly 600 tons of cherry wood, which is, if I'm not too mistaken, what we need. I've upped this to 8 million now, this calculator, just to give us a threshold. I don't think we're going to have enough room to get there, but cherry wood for cognac. Cognac is 563 tons a minute. I'm pretty sure it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Cherry wood. Yes. That's the only... Yeah. So we're going to be just less than 600 tons of cherry wood. Resin. 600 tons as well. I'm going to try and fit that all on one island. That'll be interesting. That's what I'm going to do next. 1 minute 50. Come on. Free Arbor? What? It's there.
This is nothing short of a major discovery.
What goods can we trade for? Thinking future. For the Arctic, I don't think it's anything. I mean, you used to be able to trade the goose feathers, but I think they've removed it from what I can see. So we can't physically trade for any goods to help us in the... Oh no, here's the goose feathers. Okay, so we can trade for goose feathers. So we will do that. Although it's not going to save us a massive amount of space. I mean, let's have a look. If we... What did I say? I got to 60,000, I think it was. Just under 60,000 technicians. The only thing we can physically trade for is goose feathers. $178 tons of sleds a minute. That was the big meme. Goose feathers, 172 tons a minute. It's going to save a fair bit of space, actually, that, isn't it? So I may be able to push it to like 65k. Be interesting. Right. Are we done? We are.
Oh, how marvellous. Sir John will be the first to congratulate you.
Pick up
when
the
we
gas.
find him.
Construct an airship.
What's that you said? No gas? Sure. Very well, I suppose I'll have to lend you some.
Right, that's going to take 15 minutes. We're going to call it there. That's pretty much bang on an hour. So when we return, we'll finish the completion of the airship. We'll finish the Arctic questline. We'll go and find Sir John Faithful. And then we'll get to work on the Arctic plateau. But for now, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned. Do the usual stuff. Give it a thumbs up. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Come join the Discord. Cheers.